Emails, same way. My daughter sent out an email to a prospective employer, and she did not capitalize her I. Now, I consider my daughter pretty smart. I looked at her, I said, "What is this?" "It's texting." Now, the rest of it was great, but you don't necessarily capitalize the I's when you're texting. She said, "Oh, that's not a big deal." Wake up. That is a big deal. Unless you've gotten an email from somebody who's a prospective employer who doesn't capitalize their I's. But my point is, even if they do, you should. Resume writing, part of your brand. If you haven't had people, 2 or 3 people, read it and reread it, you're missing the boat. Now everybody's like, I read it, I can do that, not a problem. I used to be an auditor, public accounting, when I first got out of school. Before computers, before spell checking, and I know it's hard to believe that we didn't have computers, but we had, LPs, right? So we did audit reports. We had to sit there, here and here, here and here, read it, and then reread it to make sure that the grammar, spelling, punctuation was correct. It's the same concept. People are so fast, and everybody thinks they can type and text real well, but it's all part of doing things the way you should do them. And if you don't believe it, you'll have problems getting a job and keeping a job. Unless you're lucky enough to find a corporation that doesn't mind. My opinion, everybody minds. So, I've kind of beat the brand thing to death. I beat the complacency thing to death. The other key point is helping others. I mentioned it a little bit. Some of you have internships. If you want to work in an environment like theirs, or even if you don't want to work in an environment like theirs, they should become your best friend. It's who you know, and it's who they know. LinkedIn helps you build networks. That's the other great feature about LinkedIn. You can actually connect to people who know people who know people. Now, I will caution you, obviously, and in your case a little different. I don't connect to everybody that I invite or that invites me. Some people I don't have, an interest in connecting with. I will connect with everybody that is in a business who could use my services. I will connect with candidates who I could place. All right? I don't want you to think that I'm not like everybody else, because to most extent I am. Okay? But I also try to help people. And that's the key, another key to this process. I asked a question in the survey. How many of you have organized a group? How many of you have participated in a group? Some people have organized a group. Some people have participated in or both. Form a group whose goal is to find a job. And not just for one of the people in the group, everybody in the group. And you all don't rest until everybody's employed in some form, way, or shape. That's helping others. Helping others spread their brand, write their brand, brainstorm, ideas. Helping others is what our moniker is, always helping people. That's a key factor. You might be shy. You might not want to ask. You might not like anybody in the class. Okay. Find people you like. Form a group. Form a group that meets every week, a couple times a week. Start to brainstorm. How can I become employed in the area that I want to be employed in? Flipping hamburgers, computer science, math, whatever it is. Make a list of the companies or associations or entities that you want to consider.